just recorded a members only exclusive video for my German main channel. That channel, or I'm doing ASMR videos for 10 years now on YouTube, very long time. And this English channel is a little extra channel for me to connect with people from all over the world. So if you don't see me uploading here too often, please don't be too sad about it. I'm working on my other channel as well, plus the members exclusive videos for the German channel. And I was just reading from an article in a very beautiful magazine, a magazine that contains more in-depth topics about life, spirituality, psychology, mindfulness, And this article was like a little bit of storytelling about the past in the orchard of her grandma. And she wrote so many beautiful things down in regards to her fond memories of this orchard with all of the fruit trees and bushes, so many delicious, berries and fruits that grew in this old garden. And there was also a pear tree, like P-E-R-A-R, pear, the fruit, not apple but pear. And she told the story how a lightning hit the tree, this old tree, and split it from the top to the root, or the root to the top. And the tree still continued to live, but he of course suffered from this lightning, and it didn't bear as much fruit as it did always in the past, but it still continued to survive and live. And she said that this tree was such a inspiration for her life, where she often thought of this tree in the future, or she thought back to this tree, how resilient it was, and how she could learn from it, And this is the beautiful magazine I want to show you. It's all in German, so unfortunately it would be too laborious to translate everything if I were to try to read this for you. But even the cover itself is so beautiful already. I love this dreamy kind of, drawing, or nowadays it's more like digital art, but it's very, very beautiful. And then there is the back that really, really touched me when I saw it. I have also cried in the last video when she wrote that this garden is still alive. the same as it was. It more continues to live in her memories, in her inner world. And what really got me, I don't have siblings, but when she said she still can hear the laughter of her little sister in her ear, and I really get goosebumps when I just speak it out loud. The laughter of children is so innocent, and I can put myself so much into this emotion, how painful it is when something is over and it will never come back again in this way or shape or form. It is a time in your life where you haven't, thought of how precious it is at the moment, or in that specific moment. But when this time has passed and is over, you really get to understand how valuable and precious and what an imprint it had on your life, your soul, for the rest of your life, that you will always think about these moments back. These moments where you were so much in the moment as a child and didn't think of tomorrow, or not even, you didn't even think of the evening when you had to go to bed. You were just in your little adventurous little inner world you've created with your siblings or friends or even with yourself. And she also talked about the loving smile her grandma had. She was not a very talkative person, her grandma, but she was very loving and giving, and she let her and her siblings be the way they were, little children. They were allowed so many things. They were allowed to be wild and adventurous and creative. She didn't take it away from these children, being strict or harsh, or many rules that were put upon them. And this is something she will always hold dear to her heart, and that really touched me. And here at the back of the magazine, there's a little girl in her little sailboat or sailing boat, and she has her I always forget the name of this flower. It's the dandelion flower, when it turns into this blow ball, or how you call it. I think it's blow ball. And she has it in her hands, and in it there are all of her dreams and aspirations and hopes and wishes. And she is so brave, starting her journey on the wild ocean, not knowing what will be there, what will she have to go through, and if her wishes will come true. But she is courageous and hopeful, and that is so cute. Little darling. I admire her. She is so brave. Yeah, that was really touching. I love those stories when people share personal stories. I love that so much, and I myself fortunately did have a beautiful childhood with my grandparents, especially with my father's, my biological father's side. They had a garden as well, a small one, but very nice this pump, and I think it's quite wasteful with all of this plastic on top, and it also did have a like security plastic ring around it. And I removed it and threw it right away. I also noticed that they have changed the ingredients a little bit. It seems like it's a little bit cheaper now, but I'm not sure. I don't have the pomegranate version. This one in this version, this is the rose version, and this is accordingly the new rose version, the wild rose. And I could only compare the ingredients from these two, and I noticed that in this new one, the jojoba oil comes a little bit later in the list and means there's less in it than before. Before there was, and now there is sunflower oil before the jojoba oil, and I think we all know that sunflower oil is much cheaper than your jojoba oil, but I don't know. I don't know if it really was the reason and motivation to, to keep the price as it is, but change the list and the ingredients. But I hope it's still nice. I haven't tried it yet on my body, but it looks quite beautiful, I think. These new bottles look so much more modern, more elegant than these. But a big advantage these older ones have is that you keep them upside down, as you see here, so that the body lotion can come down and you are able to get almost everything out of the bottle, whereas now you just can get out what the pump, brings up. And I don't think that everything that is on the walls, the inner walls of the bottle, will come down so that we can get it through this inner straw. There's a straw inside. So I think there will be a lot of lotion wasted inside of it. And that is a real bummer. I have to say, I've already contacted Weleda because of it and told them. We'll see if they will reply. But yes, this is the tightening body lotion. It's interesting that they call it serum body lotion. Interesting. Serum. Cannot remember that the old one had the same name. Peptide and renewal complex. Maca peptides. I know these ingredients from their real serum. They have a little glass bottle serum. I really love the pomegranate serum by Weleda. I have it in my bathroom as well. So I really hope it's good. I like it a lot. So very pleased, at least with the type and the ingredients from what I can see: sesame oil, sunflower oil, shea butter, olive, apricot, plant-based oil, pomegranate. scent. They only use natural essential oils for the scent, and I really, really love that. I really appreciate that. I'm not a fan of perfume in cosmetic products that touch my skin, like face cream, hand cream, body lotion. I love perfume in itself, but I only spray perfume on my hair and on my clothes. I never spray it on my skin, even though I know they say that it has to be on your skin, you know, for developing your, you know, individual scent with your body temperature and your individual body scent. But I don't like it. It's too synthetical for me and too toxic. Yeah, but these are really nice. They are quite expensive, over 10 euros at least, except the citrus kind. I think the citrus one is the cheapest. It's this one, but I haven't ordered the new one yet. Citrus is always more like the summery body lotion to me. Here it says citrus, like lemon or lime or whatever's in there. But I feel this scent is so summery and I don't fancy it in the colder months and seasons, so I'm more into the pomegranate and rose in winter time, or buckthorn. I wonder where buckthorn is growing in this world as well. I don't know it, I just know it from Germany, and it grows especially in the north of Germany, in the Baltic Sea area. So I don't know. Would be interesting to know if you know buckthorn from your country, or in the US or Canada or wherever, I don't know. And I've also gifted myself this very good pomegranate and maca peptide Weleda night cream, facial night cream. I love it so much. I had it before and I really, really appreciated the richness. It was very, very rich and creamy and oily or greasy, and I love it when the cream is not, you know, when the cream is not sinking in too quickly and you feel that almost that there's nothing there anymore. I love it when the cream leaves a moist and a little bit oily film on my skin, so my skin feels so much more nourished and cared for, so to speak. I think this one is about 20 euros, I think. Maybe a little less, like 19 euros. So nice. So cute how they put, you know, the information on the inside when you open the cardboard packaging. Cutely done. mangoes with enzian. I don't know if it's the according English word for it, enzian, and blue violet, but I didn't like it as much as this one. And I had also the according wild rose night cream, you know, the according to this, or in accordance, I don't know how you say it, sorry. My brain gets tired when I, constantly try to be perfect and know everything, so please be patient and bear with me when I don't know the right perfect words. Since German is my native language and I wasn't raised in an English household or something, I just learned it at school, and the rest was through watching videos and series, in the original language. But I love English. Yeah, and they say it really miles makes your wrinkles a little less, like miles them or diminish, or how you call that. It's not in English on here, I think, so that I could just read it. And it regenerates the skin, that is really nice. Yeah, pomegranate is a very, very potent fruit. Even the not anxious, but ancient, I think Greeks or Rome people knew of its aphrodisiac feature and how rejuvenating it was. I'm unfortunately not a big fan of eating pomegranate. I of course love the sweet fruit meat on the outside, but I don't like the seed on the inside too much. My teeth are quite sensitive nowadays, and it sticks to, the inside of your teeth, and then it sometimes hurts or activates the nerve of the tooth, and I don't like that. So yeah, but I get that it's nice, pomegranate, but it's also very expensive. At least in Germany. When you live on the Isle of Mallorca in Spain, there are trees where you can, just pick it for free, and that is so ironic. Here we pay so much, and then there are countries in this world where you can pick it freely from a, free wild tree. What a dream. The same with mangoes. What a dream it would be to be able to eat mangoes whenever I want, especially really ripe ones, the perfect ripe and aromatic ones. We often get very, very unripe mangoes here, and you have to leave them for sometimes weeks until they are ready, and when they are ready they often don't taste as good as a inherently directly ripe one, because sometimes we have ripe ones directly in the store. Especially I love when they are orange on the outside and yellow and not the green ones. Yeah. I'm looking forward to my lentil stew. I cooked a lentil stew the day before yesterday, and I really love it. There's also a lot of other veggies in there, also peas and carrots nutritious and not, cheap processed fast food. It really makes such a difference for your health, for your well-being when you cook your food yourself, especially with good ingredients. If you use the right spices and herbs, you don't need any glutamate or other, artificial aromas or food coloring or whatnot. I had to wait quite a bit for all of these products because we had one bank holiday on the 3rd of October, and I ordered maybe on the 4th of October, and they had to catch up with all the orders that came before me, so I had to wait maybe 9 days for my order to arrive, and I'm so happy I have it now because there was also something very important in there for me, a supplement, and that is a big bottle of iron, and it's inside of something like a juice with plant-based ingredients and juices and other things to make it a little bit more delicious, and also to help the body to digest it better, because everybody who ever had to supplement iron with tablets or capsules know how hard it is on the stomach, that you have sometimes stomach ache or cramps or even nausea. And I noticed that this product doesn't give me any problems. I digest it so very well, and I can consume a lot of it in one go. So it's maybe 75 milligrams in one go when I drink 3 cups of it, and that is quite enough. Oh my goodness, there's a little ladybug on there. Oh my lord, look at this little baby. Oh my goodness, what a time to be born in this cold weather where there's no food. How will this little baby survive? I don't know. I really wonder. But yeah, I really like this. It's a brown glass bottle on the inside, or on the inside. And I really look forward to fill up my iron storage again. I always struggle with iron my whole life already, but nowadays more where I don't eat any meat anymore, and so I do some, throughout the year, some treatment here and there, some cures, little iron treatments with this big bottle, and this bottle, 700 milliliters, will last me 1 week only. But yeah, as women we lose iron because of our menstruation, so it's very important to get it back inside, because iron is so important for so many processes in the body, especially for the oxygen to get inside of your cells and your organs everywhere, your nails, your hair. You can get so many negative side effects when you don't have enough iron. That's so crazy, like dry skin, dry mucus, oxygen in your body. That's so interesting. So yes, I highly recommend this product if you are able to get it, or something similar in your country maybe. I have my bird house outside, my bird feeder, and I had to pull my curtain a little bit aside because the pigeon was too loud for the video. And this bottle I often get for maybe 70 euros, but the original price is much higher. I think it's 25 euros from this brand, Salos. So I'm always very grateful when I get it under 20 euros, because of course it's very pricey, especially when you have a quite well developed iron deficiency and you need to order a few of these bottles. I only had money for this one now because I had all of the other Weleda products that I was purchasing as well. But if I have money again, I will buy again and again. I think I will drink down 2 more bottles of these, 2 more bottles, 2 more. And then at last I have my tea here, my lemon balm tea, organic lemon balm, lemon balm. It tastes okay. It's not one of my, necessarily not one of my most favorite herbal teas. I'm more on the herbal tea side spectrum. I'm not a too big fan of fruit tea because it's always so sour and not good for the teeth. I don't like the taste. I like the grounding taste, the grounding feeling of herbs as a tea. And the lemon balm, I think I learned through Dr. Eric Berg on YouTube, very famous and popular internet doctor, so to speak. I think I've learned through him that lemon balm helps the nervous system and so much, and helps to lower your cortisol levels when you are stressed, so that you are able to calm down easier and sleep better. Of course, it's not a drug. It needs time. You need to drink it a little bit more often until you feel maybe the benefits of it. You need to be patient with nature. But sometimes I feel like I need something of it, and then I make myself a whole big pot. Oh, little cutie. This little cutie. There it is, the little baby. I think I will put it outside so that it can find its way into nature again, because it won't find anything here. I think I will do it now. So I did it, this little baby ladybug, and I will show you the packaging of the lemon balm tea now, or lemon balm. And here you can also see the German name of lemon balm. It's Zitronen, like lemon, Zitrone, so hungry now. I only had one biscuit today, or depending where you're from, if you're from the UK you would rather say roll. Only one roll or biscuit today with nougat spread on it, and my tummy wants a little bit more. And then I will start editing my videos, this one and the channel member exclusive video for the German channel as well. I'm really looking forward to edit your 2 videos. It's so nice and calm here now. So thank you so much for having been here, or for still being here. If you made it to the end of this video, then I would love to see a maple leaf in the comments. Leave me a maple leaf in the comments. Very, matching to the current, or at least here in Germany, the current autumn season we are in, and my stomach is already growling and complaining. So if you like this video, I really would appreciate if you hit the like button. It helps my channel and YouTube to know, if this channel is worth being recommended or not. And I also love and appreciate seeing some comments, a little thank you or whatever you thought during this video. And of course, if you feel super comfy and content and happy here, I always appreciate a subscription, a free, of course it's free for you. And maybe see you again in the next video. So much love to you, from me to you, from Germany, from Berlin to you, wherever you